Hello and welcome to another LeetCode solution video. This is problem number 51, N-Queens. The N-Queens puzzle is the problem of placing N queens on an N by N chessboard such that no two queens can attack each other. Given an integer N, return all distinct solutions to the N-Queens puzzle. You may return the answer in any order. Each solution contains a distinct board configuration of the N-Queens placement, where Q and period both indicate a queen and an empty space respectively. For example 1, our input is N, and we're given the two outputs visually. So you can see on both these boards we have 4 queens placed, and it's a 4x4 board, and no two queens can attack each other. And for example 2, our input is 1, so our output would just be Q, because it would be a 1x1 board and we'd only have to place 1 queen, and there's no other queens to attack it, so it would just be one solution. Let's go through an example. For our example, we have N equals 3, and I've laid this problem out visually so you can see our board of 3x3. So for our solution, we're going to go column by column, trying to place a queen in the column, and once we've placed a queen in that column, we'll move on to the next row and try placing a queen in each column again. And we're able to place a queen in a location if there are no other queens in the column, no other queens in the row, and no other queens in the diagonal, because that is how queens attack each other in chess. And since we're going row by row, when we check to see if we're able to place a queen in a location, we only need to check our previous rows and columns, as those are the only possible locations that we've placed a queen already. So starting off with our first row, we'll try placing one in our first column, and we're able to place a queen here because there's no other queens on the board. So now that we've placed a queen in this row, we can move on to our next row because we're not going to be able to place any more queens in that row anyway. So now in our second row, we'll try to place a queen in our first column. We'll see that we have a queen already in this column, so we'll move on to our next column. And when we try to place a queen in the next column, we see we have no other queens in our row, no other queens in our column, but we have 1 queen in our diagonal already. So we'll move on to our next column. And in this column, we have no other queens in our column, no other queens in our row, and no other queens in our diagonal, so we're able to place a queen here. So now we'll move on to our final row, and we'll check our first column. We're not able to place a queen here because we already have a queen in this column, so we'll move on to the next column. We check to see if there's any other queens in this column. There are not. We'll check to see if there's any other queens in our row. There are not. But when we check the diagonal, we see we already have a queen in this diagonal, so we'll move on to the next column. And in our final column, we'll check to see if there's any other queens in our column, which there is, so we're not able to place a queen here. And now we're done since we've reached the end of our N by N chessboard, and we've found that there are no possible solutions where we can place 3 queens on a 3x3 board without them being able to attack each other. Let's jump into the code. The first thing we want to do is define a function that we'll use to check to see if the current row column location is safe, and if it's safe, we'll be able to place a queen there. If it's not safe, we can't place a queen there and we'll need to move on to our next location. And we're passing 3 variables to this function. Our first is our board, which is our current layout of the board and where we have our previous queens placed. Our row is the row we're looking at, and our column is the column we're looking at. And first thing we'll do is iterate through all of our previous rows, and on each row we'll check to see if there's a queen on the same column or along the same diagonal. And if any of these statements are true, that means we cannot place a queen here, so we'll return false. And once we've looped through all rows and we've checked each previous row, column, and diagonal, we can just return true because that means we're able to place the queen here. Next, we'll want to define our solve function, and this function will be used to recursively solve the N-Queens problem. And we're going to want to pass 1 variable to this function, which is our row variable, and this will just be which row we're looking at. And the first thing we'll want to do in this function is check our base case, and the base case is if our row value equals our N value, which means we've gone through all of our N by N board. And if this is the case, that means we've found a solution where all the queens can be placed on the board without attacking each other. So what we want to do is append our current solution to our solution variable and return. And we're creating our solution as we're appending it to our solution, because as we're going through our board, we're not actually using periods and queues for queens. When we find a spot we can put a queen, we're just setting it equal to our column value, because when we initialize our board, they're all set to -1. So we'll be able to tell where our queens can go based off of if they're not equal to -1. So that's why we have to convert our solution to the queues and periods when we're appending it to our solution value. So next we're going to want to iterate through all of our columns to see if we can place a queen there. And we'll check to see if we can place our queen there by calling our isSafe function, and we'll pass it our board variable, our current row, and our current column. And if this returns true, it means it's a safe spot and we can put a queen there. So we'll set our board of row equal to our column value, and we'll recursively call our solve function again with our next row. And that's it for our solve function. So we'll go to our main portion of our function in our solve N-Queens function to initialize our variables, our board, and kick off our solve function. So the first thing we want to do is define our solutions. Next we'll want to define our board, and our board is going to be n by n, and each value is going to be initially set to -1. And then we'll kick off our solve recursion by calling our solve function with our initial row of 0. And then finally we can just return our solutions. That's it for the code though, so let's run this. I had one minor syntax error. When I first referenced solutions, I forgot the S, so just add the S and then it should be good. So let's run this again. All test case passed, so let's submit. Our solution was accepted, so that's it for this problem. If you like this video and want to see more content like it, make sure to check out my channel. Thanks for watching.